Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. I'm doing something I've never personally done on this channel before, and that's actually show you a little bit of my practice and things that I do. I figure, you know, my channel is so full of my lifestyle, but I don't actually really show you guys some of these things, so I want to kind of incorporate that a little bit more into my channel in the future, and I'm going to start with a spell. We have been having a lot go on in our lives right now. There is a doozy of a situation going on right now that once we are out of it, I will have a story time video for you guys. But we are smack dab in the middle of something pretty serious, and it sucks. It's a really sucky situation. It is destroying us both mentally. So we're working on it. We are doing our due diligence, and we have a lawyer. We are doing what we can, but it's really rough. So I want to do something. This is a very simple spell. This is a very common spell. This is one of the first things that, as a growing teenager and adolescent, that introduced me into witchcraft. It is the bay leaf wish spell. It is, if you just Google it, you will find a million different videos and articles, and you will find a lot on it. All you really need to do this is bay leaves, and I have McCormick just from the kitchen are cooking bay leaves, a heat safe container, and I'm going to be using this cauldron, very heavy, fireproof, fire safe cauldron that I have. You need something to start fire. So I have my lighter, and I don't think this is a requirement. This whole magic, it's up to you and how you make it and what you want to do. I am going to be incorporating a candle. I see some of the recipes online include a candle. I see some that don't include a candle. Some just you light it with a lighter. For me, I am going to be incorporating a black candle because I feel like I want to work a little bit of protection into this. I really want to cover our bases. This, while a wish spell, is also going to be a semi-protection spell and meditation. So I'm going to be utilizing a black chime candle. I have some things over here that are absolutely not required. They are just little extra bits because, like I said, I'm covering my bases, I guess. I have this Earthen Alchemy Sacred Altar Wash that I'm going to be using to just kind of clear the area, clear my space. This is just a cleansing thing. So you could burn sage if you want. You can burn incense if you want. I'm also going to be burning incense. So I'm going to also be burning some incense. I'm going to be burning Ancient Elements. It's from Sun's Eye. It's sandalwood. And it's associated the correspondence with protection, purification, spirituality. I'm really hitting hard right now on this protection, so everything is gonna kind of have that element to it. So I'm going to be burning that. I have this Spirit Element Revival Body and Ritual Oil. I got all of these items that you see here from the Imulk Sabbath box, which I will card up above, as well as link to below if you would like to pick up any of these items. They're not required for this spell, but I am going to be incorporating them. If you do visit the Sabbath box store, I have a coupon code to save you some money if you do want to pick up any of these items. But I'm going to be using this renewal oil to kind of dress my candle in, and it has the correspondence of rosewood and lavender in there, as well as a whole bunch of different types of oils. There's sandalwood and fennel in here, Palo Santo, and then there's the blue mica, but that's not going to matter for this. I'm just going to shake it up. And the reason I'm using that oil specifically is because of one sentence that I read during the unboxing and the receival of the oil. and that was that Imolk reminds us that all darkness is followed by light, and all sadness eventually turns into joy. Death provides a pathway for rebirth. So I feel like it fits in this. I feel like it is super fitting because these are sad times, man. These are rough, sad times, and sometimes it helps to just have a scented reminder, or just a reminder in general, that past all the sadness, past all the stress, there are happier days. So I feel like it fits in here. And of course, I forgot to mention, I just have a blue Sharpie. You just want a marker or pen that's going to be able to, not nicely, but like be able to write on the bay leaf. So you want something that's probably thin enough but felt tipped, so that it's not going to break the bay leaf, that you can successfully write on it. Because the idea is to write your wish on the bay leaf and then burn the bay leaf. Since this is going to be for myself, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to run through the instructions and stuff with you guys now, and then I'm just going to do it because I don't want to interrupt the flow or the energy or anything like that to kind of describe step by step what I'm doing. So I'm gonna run through it now, like with you guys verbally, and then you can just kind of follow along and see what I'm doing right after. So the very first thing that I'm probably going to end up doing is spraying everything, spraying the air with this wash, just to set the mood and cleanse the air and everything like that. After that's all done and settled, I'm going to burn the incense. Once that is done, I'm going to dress my candle and stake it onto the candle holder. And then once that's all done, I will remove my bay leaf and write down my wish on it, which may take some contemplation as to how I want to word it, because it's not a simple wish like prosperity. I am writing something sort of kind of specific on it. So, and I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys specifically what I'm writing on it, just because it is pretty personal. But like I said, once this is over with, I will have a story time for you guys. And then once I write that on there, I am going to go ahead and do some meditating, some visualization of this wish, manifesting the wish in my mind, you know, seeing it as if it was real, how it will feel, how it looks. It's just going to picture kind of the future. I'm going to project the future in my head a little bit, if that makes sense. But for lack of a better description, I'm going to manifest it in my head, what I would like the outcome to be. Then I will write the intention on leaf, and then I will burn the leaf to ignite and start my intention. And that will send it out into the universe as energy, as the smoke, and the ashes will fall into the pot. And then you can just hang out for as long as you want. What I intend to do is to fully burn this candle in its entirety. I'm not going to reuse this candle. I'm not going to blow this candle out. This candle will burn, just because this is also for me as much as a wish as it is for a protection-based spell. So I'm going to make sure this goes out entirely. I may actually carve something in it as well, but yeah. So my spell is a little complicated. That is something that I want to make sure I mention. Try not to make your spells overly complicated. I feel like this fits, so I feel like it's okay. I'm just kind of slipping in these elements into my wish, if that makes sense. So it's like I'm slipping the elements of protection into my wish. What I would not do is make multiple wishes at once. I would just stick with one wish at a time, stick with one spell working, one ritual, just do one thing at a time. I know for me personally, there's 100 things right now that I would love to write on, on these bay leaves and send them off into the universe, but you're going to overwhelm the universe, essentially. If your spell works, if it comes to fruition, then you can go ahead and move on to another spell working. So yeah. Alright, if I think of anything as I'm going forward, because I'm sure I'm forgetting something, I will let you guys know. also give myself a nice spray for good measure. And then I'm going to start lighting things. You can see over here, so I'm going to light this. And I really do like this incense. It's like specially made, so like it burns really nicely. A little too quick, but it does burn very nicely. It's not like I have to keep relighting it. And then I am going to let the candle completely burn. But for now, that was the spell. So please let me know down below if stuff like this you have interest in. I feel like I would like to share more of this kind of stuff with you, and I feel like it also helps me a little bit. So I will probably do more in the future, but I am very curious to know if there's interest here. Thanks guys for joining me. I will see you all in my next video. I do not know what or when that will be, but I do hope I see you guys all there. So I'll see you then. Bye guys.